We're now going to look at functions and formulas. When you're doing functions or formulas in a spreadsheet, we use something called operators. Now, operators sound complicated, but they really mean things like plus, minus, divide and multiply. We're going to enter some basic formulas into a spreadsheet, and what I'm going to do is open an actual file from my L1 Spreadsheets folder, and the file I'm looking for is called Formulas. So I click to open it. Right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 6 plus 9. So this is our first formula we're going to do. We click within our cell D4, and the first thing we're entering is an equal sign, and then we put in 6 plus 9 and then press the enter key, and that will give us our answer. I'm now going to click on D6 and I'm going to enter a formula to subtract 3 from 12. So we go equals 12 minus 3, and then we press enter. And we're going to now multiply 4 by 8, so we click in D8, and to multiply we put in equals 4 times 8, and we click enter. And the last one we're going to do is divide 27 by 3, so again we enter equals 27 divided by 3, as you can see, and then we press the enter key and it will give us an answer of 9. And you can now see that all the answers are actually on our formulas here. Now that we've done this, we're actually going to save our spreadsheet, and we click save, and we then close it using Control and F4. We're now going to open a new workbook called Using Cell References, and in this case we are going to do some mathematical equations and formulas using the cell references that are on the actual spreadsheet itself. So I'll go to my Spreadsheets folder, open that, and I'm looking for Using Cell References, and I open that. As you can see, we now have some information here. We've got column B, which contains numbers for each item. We have column C, which contains numbers of items in stock. We have column D, which is cost per item. And then we have column E, which is the value of the stock. And we need to enter a formula into each row within the E column, so that we can work out the total value of stock of each item. So we need to click on E4, and in this we need to actually multiply the cell number of stock, which is C4, by D4. So we're going to put in a formula that looks like this. And then we press enter. Now we can do this for all of them, but what I'd like to do is actually show you a method by using actual cell references, which then ensures that we're actually adding up the correct things. So in the next one, which is E5, in this we're actually going to be putting in cell reference C5, so we put in equals C5 times reference D5, and we press the enter button. And you can see that we've now got the answer. We're going to do the same thing for the next one. So we put in equals C6 times D6 and press equals. Now what you will notice is that as I've put in the cell references, it actually highlights them. So here we've got C6 in blue and D6 in green, and that corresponds to what we've actually put in our equation. Press the enter key to get the answer, and we'll do the final one, which is equals C7 times D7, and press the enter key. And we've now got our answers. If we just go back on these, you'll notice that the actual formula will show up in the formula bar, and if I click through each of them, you can actually see it changes to show which reference we're actually using. Now, as you notice, the one at the very top has still got our original formula in. I'm actually going to remove that, and I'm going to put in the reference this time. So we click in it, equals, and we're going to put C4 times D4 and press the enter key. And we now have our formula matching the others in the actual range. I'm going to save this and now close the actual thing by putting in Control and F4.